G'day, it's Jamie and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today I'm reading an old newspaper report about Yowies in Western Australia in 1860. So we'll get into it. This was published in the Inquirer and Commercial News on Wednesday the 11th of September 1861, titled Journey of an Exploring Expedition to the Eastward of Northam. The party consisted of Messrs. C.E. Dempster, 2 horses, A. Dempster, 2 horses, their native servant Corell, 2 horses, B. Clarkson, 2 horses, C. Harper, 2 horses. Each person provided his own provisions and horses. Provisions consisting of 80 pounds of flour, 22 pounds of pork, 16 pounds of sugar, and 3 pounds of tea. So the expedition started on Wednesday, the 3rd of July, 1860, and we're going to pick up the journal on July 19th, Friday, at Mount Harris. This hill, like most others we have seen, is very uneven, forming basins which hold water after rain for some length of time. Here we found pieces of what we considered coral. This morning, our friendly guide, who joined us at Killaburring, who is known as a great traveller by the name of Gingwich, gave us the slip while collecting our horses. This man gave us to understand that a long time ago his friend Budgeon, who is also a rambler, related to him that 3 white men with horses had come to some large body of salt water a long way to the eastward, and after travelling some time along the shore, they turned back again, when they were either killed by gimbras, which they described, or perished from want of water. He believes their bones still remain there. 8:45 a.m. started, steering east-northeast to a continuation of the Georgina Range. After crossing a large quantity of good feed, several good grassy hills, and a small brook course running north, we ascended to the highest part of the range, from which we observed several large ranges of hills in the distance. Continued our course over a clear belt of ground, and encamped for the night at a clay hole containing sufficient water, with abundance of good grass all around us. We passed through more good country this day than any other day since we left Northam. Saw many tracks of native dogs, emus, etc. Distance to the day, 9 miles. July 31st, Wednesday, Lake Grace. Very hard frost. Our muddy little lake is frozen over. 8:45 a.m. started, steering south-southwest for 3 miles, then crossed the lake, steered west. At noon, came upon a party of natives who were much afraid of us. One of the men we found had been to Mr. Smith's sheep station and had been ordered away from the water. This fellow saluted one of our party, who rode up to him, with "Be op, policeman." The others having run off, but seeing Corell with the rest of our party, and being made to understand no harm was intended, he became pacified, and called back the others, who came up. The party consisted of 3 men, 2 women, and 3 children, one a very old man. 4 p.m. Camped on the bank of a lake which we named Lake Julia, having made 10 miles west by south from our last camp. Plenty of grass and a good spring. The old man became very familiar. They were perfectly naked, of a singular build, being, when standing upright with feet close and arms down, the form of a wedge, from their shoulders downwards. These poor wretches, having no sort of covering, make their bed by first lighting a fire on it, and when sufficiently heated, divide the fire, then loosen the heated earth and sand, and mix it to proper degree of temperature, then lie down between the two fires. They, at all times, carry fire sticks before them. All appear to have been much burnt, having many scars on their bodies. They live principally on small animals, which are very numerous. This tract of country receives as much rain during the summer months as in the winter, and is at all times attended with thunder and lightning and hail. Such is the natives' account. The men were asked by Coral if they had ever heard of white men being in the Far East. They said they had, that many years ago 3 white men had perished at some large inland lake or sea, they supposed from want of water. This confirmed what the former native had said relative to these 3 men, and they also named the great traveller Budgeon, as having more knowledge on the subject than themselves. This man Budgeon had done something or other for which his friends were going to spear him. He was therefore absent, which was much to be regretted. August 1st, Thursday. This morning, on further conversation, these men gave us an account of some strange animal they call jungra or jimbra, male and female, which they describe as a large, strong animal of the monkey tribe, very fierce, and will attack men when single, kill them and eat them. They were asked if the jimbra or jungra in any way resembled Ginka or devil. They replied that the devil was never seen, but that the others were both seen and felt by some of them. Sent Coral with the 2 young men to shoot a red kangaroo if possible, all of us being desirous to see one, but he returned unsuccessful. 1 p.m. Started from this place, steering west-southwest to a place called Codring, where the natives said there was a feed and water for our horses. Passed through the forest and the thickets, crossed the southern end of the Georgina Range, distant from Lake Julia 15 miles. Here camped. Codring is a nice little halting place with plenty of water and good feed. We were much amused with the old native, who appears very fond of his children and friendly to us. The end. That's an interesting account of an actual journal that these guys wrote. It's interesting too, they mentioned Budgeon, which was the same Aboriginal guy from Jimbras of West Australia that I did. And also, this is the actual journal account of the story that I did called Monkeys and Bunyips, which were written by Edwin James Welch, which were about Jimbras. But it's interesting, like Budgeon told them about 3 white men that got attacked and killed by the Jimbras. And then I want to know what Budgeon did for them to want to spear him. He must be in trouble. And then I like how they have different names for the male and female. Jungra for male and Jimbra for female, which I haven't heard before. And I like how they said, or I don't like how they said that they'll kill you and eat you. Like, that's super scary. And then I like, at the end, I sort of laughed a bit about this. I asked if the Jimbra or the Junga in any way resembled Ginka or devil. And they said, no, they were never seen, but they've seen the others and felt them. And I just thought to myself, I was like thinking, no way, mate, the Jimberas and the Jungras, they hate the devil. That's why you never see him. Okay, that's it from me. I'll get back to you all next time. Bye.